world. Welcome to the here and now. It's a great blessing and honor to be with you. I'm grateful and appreciative for your presence here in this moment. Grateful to be with you every day at 10 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, except some days when I'm not, which tomorrow I won't be, but today I am. And our theme today is about meditation. How do I meditate? So we're going to dive into that momentarily. We're live on Instagram. We're live on Facebook. We're archived on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. See, there's a video version, there's an audio version, and whatever version you're tuning into right now is the perfect version to be here with. When you're entering, you can share where you're from or where you are, as the case may be. I see my dear friend Michael Piergrossi, who is in India, joining us. It's amazing with the technology that we have now, that we can just have this field of present moment awareness that's unified wherever we are in the world, you know? So it's like I have neighbors here that most likely aren't tuning in right now, but yet there's people thousands of miles away that where our attention is focused in the same focal point. So then there's a connection, there's a unification that happens between us in this unified field of presence. And the more that we give our attention to what we consciously, intentionally want to give our attention to, then the more we become unified together in fortifying that vibrational field, that vibrational frequency. Welcome to Jane, Robin, Mark, finally back in Connecticut. Welcome to Michelle. Good morning. Carlito, Linda. Yeah, there's the heart buttons. You can always use the heart buttons to give us some energy. You can comment anytime. You can leave your questions. You know, the way I like to think of it is the producer of this series is you. You're the producer of the series, right? So your questions, your comments, your explorations, your inquiries, it's all you. You know, you share what you want to explore, what you're interested in, what you're inquiring into, and then I guess I'm the final editor, right? But we delve into your questions here together. So meditation. How do you meditate? So there's one primary point that I want to get across this morning, and that is so many people, when they're meditating, there's this energy of struggle or stress or anxiety. First and foremost, am I doing it right or am I doing it wrong? Am I doing it right or am I doing it wrong, right? If that aligns with you, hit some hearts, share in the comments. There's this sense in the field of learning how to meditate and then exploring if you're doing it right, or am I doing it wrong? I've heard that there's this incredible feeling I'm supposed to get. I'm supposed to have this incredible feeling of bliss, this incredible feeling of just absolute ecstatic communion with all beings in the world. And I'm not getting it. And how do I get it? So you're sitting there and you're like, this is going wrong. This is going wrong. This is not going how it's supposed to be going. It's not going how meditation's supposed to go. I've read it in the books, how it's supposed to be. And the way I'm experiencing is not how it's supposed to be, right? And this is exactly the way we go through life. This is exactly the way we go through life. The way it's happening right now is not the way it's supposed to be. The way it's happening right now is not the way it's supposed to be, right? So my invitation is to explore that assumption. And that's my invitation for you when you go into meditation, to explore that assumption. The way it's happening is not the way it's supposed to be. To inquire into this moment, to bring your attention, your awareness, your presence to this moment. What's happening in this moment? What's happening in this moment? Who can tell me in one word what's happening in this moment? Who can tell me in one word what's happening in this moment? If you've been following this series for a while now, you'll know in one word what's happening in this moment. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. Yes, Mark's got it. Everything. Thank you, Mark. Everything is happening in this moment. Everything is happening in this moment. So what do you become aware of? You become aware of everything. So your thoughts, your emotions, and when I say your thoughts, let's just say thoughts, emotions, feelings, physical sensations. You become aware of what's happening, right? Now, one thing that's always happening is your breath. And your breath is such a fundamental gateway to self-awareness, to presence, to mindfulness, or as I like to say, mindlessness. So your breath is a really good place to start because your breath is there and you want to, are you breathing deeply, right? You want to inquire into that question. Am I breathing deeply? Is my breath full and deep? Just like getting awareness, and it actually naturally deepens, right? You start to notice. And then you start to get into a deeper space of what we could call being relaxed, centered, grounded. So the more that we become present in the moment, the more we become relaxed, centered, grounded. But the presence in the moment is like, it's this deeper level than this is not what should be happening. And this is so common when we get into this, we get into meditation, and why people fear meditation, why they avoid it, why they don't like it, why they say, I'm not good at it. Because there's that mindset of like, this is not what should be happening right now. This is not what I should be experiencing right now, right? So what happens is you start to notice that. You start to notice that. So this thought that this is not what should be happening right now, what is that? I just told you what it is. It's a thought, right? So it's not real, it's not reality, it's not true, it's just a thought. So you start to notice that thought, and as you start to notice that thought, you notice it arising and falling, appearing. I think of it, a great metaphor is like clouds. You know, clouds, white puffy clouds moving through the infinite blue sky, right? So you notice the cloud just appears, floats by, disappears, right? So if I'm meditating, I have no idea what's going to arise because everything is here in this moment, right? We already established that. So what could arise? Whatever comes into awareness arises. And whatever comes into awareness in the space of meditation is not so important. It's temporary. So what could arise is the thought, this is not what should be happening right now. That could most certainly arise, right? So what do? We notice this thought, this should not be what's happening right now. What do? We become present to that. We notice that without resisting that, without creating layers of resistance, right? So what can happen very easily is there's a thought that this shouldn't be happening, and then there's a thought compounded, oh, I need to get rid of the thought that this shouldn't be happening. I'm doing it wrong. And then, oh, I shouldn't be thinking about that. I'm doing it wrong. That's wrong. And then just thing compounds itself, and we just get tighter and tighter and more anxious and stressed, right? True or false? True, yeah? So if you can become aware and notice the thoughts, the beliefs, the ideas as thoughts, beliefs, and ideas, not as who you are, not as some absolute truth, not as the way it always is, was, and shall be, but as temporary passing thoughts. Then you discover this freedom, right? There's a great phrase Krishnamurti uses or used, freedom from the known. Freedom from the known. You awaken to this freedom from the known. And you awaken to this depth of inner peace. You awaken to this depth of love for whatever arises. You awaken to this sense of deeper, true level of empowerment. So you awaken to all of that because that is the essence of who you are. That is the essence of who I am. That is the essence of who we are. Beyond the mind, beyond our thoughts. Beyond the temporary thoughts that arise and fall, that appear and disappear. So I saw some people put out some see in the comments on Facebook. So everything is happening right now, and you are also correct, Robin. Nothing is happening right now. Two sides of the same coin. I'm realizing with this Facebook, I'm missing your comments because I'm not able to like scroll this thing sometimes. I like the metaphor of the train, Robin. So anyway, I saw you guys put out some themes like me to discuss. I saw Mark put something out. Some other people did. So yeah, anything you want me to explore, to delve into here, feel free to share. And it's so good to be with you. Explore that throughout the day today. Just explore. You don't even have to sit and meditate. You can. I certainly invite you to do that. But it's not even necessary. Just throughout the day today, notice when that thought arises, this shouldn't be happening the way it is, right? Notice when that thought arises and then see if you can actually be present to it and let it float by like a cloud, recognizing it as a thought and letting it float by like a cloud in the sky. And that's the essence to me of meditation. If you want to know what the meditation practice I do is, it's just being. It's just being with what is, being with what is, being present with what is, noticing what is. And if you notice what is, then how can you not discover the truth? Because the truth is what is, and what is the truth. And then you rest in the truth as the essence of who you are. See you all on Wednesday.